Why is the universe always dark, with trillions upon trillions of brilliant stars? Should that not be enough to light up the entire cosmos? This question may sound simple, but it actually hides one of the deepest secrets of the universe. If the universe were truly the way people imagined it for centuries, then right at this very moment, the night sky above your head should not be dark at all. Instead, it should be filled with blinding white light. It would be like standing inside an endless forest. No matter which direction you look, your line of sight would always end on a tree trunk. In 1823, the German astronomer Heinrich Wilhelm Olbers formally proposed this paradox. In an infinite, uniform and unchanging universe, if time were allowed to stretch forever, then from Earth looking in any direction, your view should always end at a star and the night sky should be completely filled with light. In reality, even though we see countless stars, the night sky as a whole remains dark. This is what later became known as the dark night sky paradox, also called Olbers Paradox. At the time, Olbers tried to explain it by suggesting that interstellar dust absorbs visible light, causing distant stars to appear dim, but this explanation was not complete. While dust can block some light, in an infinite, unchanging universe model, that dust would continuously heat up and re-radiate energy, eventually reaching equilibrium and lighting the sky again. Therefore, he concluded that among the three assumptions infinite, uniform and unchanging, at least one of them must be wrong. First, is the universe truly uniform? To the naked eye, stars are clearly not spread evenly. They cluster into star groups and galaxies. But when we zoom out to scales of billions of light years, the picture changes completely. To test large-scale uniformity, the content reference, OSITE 1, spent a full 16 years, pointing its camera again and again at a region that appeared totally dark. Over this long campaign, it collected thousands of exposures, with a total observation time of 250 days. Multiple astronomy teams later stitched the data together, producing an image that reshaped how we see the universe, known as the Hubble Ultra-Deep Field. In this ultra-sharp image, even the faintest speck of light is an entire galaxy. It pushed human vision to an almost unimaginable limit, revealing a universe of breathtaking scale. Within a patch of sky no bigger than the moon, there are roughly 265,000 galaxies. This image powerfully confirmed that, on the largest scales, galaxies really are distributed evenly. Since the uniform assumption holds, the issue must lie with infinite or unchanging. If the universe were truly infinite in space and time, the paradox would be unavoidable. But if the universe is finite, or the number of stars is limited, then the dark night sky is easy to explain, because a finite number of stars can never fill an endless universe. Modern observations show that the universe began about 13.8 billion years ago, which is fundamentally different from infinite time. And since the speed of light is a hard cosmic limit, the portion of the universe we can see is also limited. If a star lies more than 13.8 billion light-years away, even if its light started traveling the instant the universe was born, it still has not reached your eyes. We are confined inside a region of finite size, known as the observable universe. Although 13.8 billion years sounds enormous, in physics terms, it means the total light we can receive is fundamentally limited. Still, this alone does not fully resolve the paradox. Even within the observable universe, the number of stars is overwhelming, and their combined energy should make the sky bright. This leads us to the third assumption. Is the universe unchanging? In the early 20th century, astronomer content reference, OSITE 2, observed a crucial phenomenon known as galaxy redshift. He discovered that nearly all distant galaxies are moving away from us, and the farther they are, the faster they recede. This showed that the universe is expanding like an inflating balloon, with expansion rates that can exceed the speed of light itself. As light from distant galaxies travels through expanding space, its wavelength is stretched, causing the energy of each photon to steadily fade. What once was visible light, after crossing billions of light-years, has weakened into infrared radiation, or even long-wavelength microwaves. This is another barrier that creates night, as space-time stretching not only dims light, but in a sense almost erases it. Interestingly, in one way Olbers' intuition was actually correct. If you could move beyond the limits of human vision, and see in microwaves, you would discover the night sky was never truly dark. The entire universe is filled with a smooth faint glow, present in every direction, evenly spread across the sky. This glow is known as the content reference, OSITE 3. It comes from about 380,000 years after the Big Bang, when the first photons finally moved freely through space. This earliest light of the universe, after more than 13 billion years of redshifting and cooling, has dropped to just about 2.7 degrees above absolute zero. This faint leftover warmth still surrounds you today. Even at this very moment, signals from billions of years ago are passing straight through your body, If you still have an old-style black and white television and tune it to a channel with no signal, the random flickering snow on the screen, about 1% of it comes directly from this afterglow of creation. Night is not the opposite of light. It is light diluted and slowed to an extreme by cosmic expansion. When Olbers passed away in 1840, he could not have imagined that the mystery that haunted him for a lifetime would only be solved a century later by Big Bang Theory. The existence of this paradox challenged old ideas of a steady eternal universe. Through something as ordinary as night, it reveals the deepest rules of reality. The universe has a beginning, it is expanding, and it limits what we can see. In that distant space stretched by starlight and hidden by time, darkness is not emptiness but the future that has not yet arrived, and the past we can never reach. Night is the deepest gift the universe has given to thinking beings.